Hello and a warm welcome to this week's episode of the Face Yoga Expert podcast. And I'm starting off today's podcast just being with you, being present with you. I literally raced in to do this podcast while Bruce drops one of Lilia's friends off back at her house and picks Lucia up from a play day at her friend's house. And I thought, got a tiny window here, let's do a podcast. But I feel like I'm just going to take a moment here live on air with you guys just to ground myself and be present. So whatever you're doing now, maybe you can join in with this too. And if you're not driving at the moment, just ground your feet onto the floor. Maybe you're walking along, maybe you're doing a bit of housework whilst you do this. Maybe you're sat at your desk, maybe you're already lying, but just take a moment with me and just ground your feet onto the floor. Then just lengthen up through your spine, relax your shoulders, soften your jaw a little, close your lips together if your nose doesn't feel blocked, and just take a few deep breaths. So we're going to inhale for a count of 4, and then take a deep exhalation out through our nose for a count of 6. So let's do that together now. And again. One more. And just take a little smile on your face now and just check in with how you're feeling in this moment. And hopefully that's helping you to feel a little bit more present. And it ties in very nicely, actually, with this week's episode of the Face Yoga Expert podcast. So I'm going to be chatting to you about something super simple, something I have been teaching without really thinking much about it for the last 20 years, but there is a lot of significance to it. And that is the simple hands together position at heart center. So the prayer position, as we might call it in yoga, lots of different names for it, which I'll get into in a moment. But I just want to talk to you a little bit about why just bringing this hand position, so hands together at heart center, can be so beneficial. It's so powerful for our wellness and for our energy. Now, I recently wrote an Instagram post on this, and I've just written a blog on it as well, which is going to be up on the Face Yoga Expert blog very soon. And if you don't already read my blog, just go to faceyogaexpert.com, and there is probably in fact, I can tell you exactly, there's 280 blogs on there. So if you fancy a little bit of light reading, head over there. But on a serious note, there is actually a lot of really helpful information, really fun, really informative blogs about face yoga and wellness and business, feeling good inside and out. So definitely a nice thing to do is to read the blog. And if you're not already signed up for my newsletter, make sure you are, because I often put links to my blog in that. So let's go back to bringing the hands together. So the simple act of bringing your hands together at heart center can be so beneficial for our health and happiness. So this gesture, it's also known as the Anjala Mudra in yoga, is not only a symbol of gratitude, but it can also be a really powerful tool for enhancing your overall wellness. So I'm going to get into 5 reasons why incorporating this practice into your daily routine can be so transformative. So let's start off with number 1, and that is because it activates the heart meridian in traditional Chinese medicine. So in traditional Chinese medicine, or TCM, the body is mapped out with meridians, which many of you might already know, particularly those of you who have done our Gua Sha teacher training course. And these meridians are channels which life force energy, also known as qi, flows. And the heart meridian is particularly significant as it's associated with calming the emotions and stabilizing the mind. And this meridian, or this energy channel, actually finishes at the end of your little finger. So when you bring your hands together at the heart center, you're essentially completing a circuit of energy that runs through the heart meridian. And this act can have a really calming effect on your emotions, helping to soothe anxiety and really helps promote mental clarity. So just by acknowledging and engaging this meridian, you're really tapping into an ancient practice of emotional healing and a really deep practice of emotional healing as well. Okay, so reason number 2 why bringing your hands together in the prayer position and then just bringing it in front of your chest is so beneficial is that it helps to align your heart chakra, which helps to promote inner and outer love. So in the realm of energy healing and chakras, the heart chakra, or the anahata, is the 4th primary chakra and is located at the center of the chest. So this chakra is a bridge between the lower and the upper chakras and is essential for emotional balance and love. So when you bring your energy to heart center, you're aligning your heart chakra and you're also helping to promote those feelings of inner peace and compassion. And this alignment helps boosting love, not just towards others, but also it can be really good for helping to boost love towards yourself. And as you know, I'm all about promoting self-love. This is so important when you're doing face yoga. It really is a holistic practice that anything we can do to love ourselves more is not only going to help us to have a happier life and a healthier life, but we'll get better results from our face yoga and in fact, everything we do in life. And bring your hands together at heart center, where your heart chakra is a powerful reminder of the importance of self-care and kindness, and helps with a deeper connection with those around you. It can really help you feel connected to people around you, but also the environment around you. And it also helps to enhance your capacity for empathy and understanding. So as soon as we align our heart chakra, and if you don't know what chakras are, the energy centers or energy wheels throughout the body, as soon as we work with aligning that heart chakra, we really do feel a deeper sense of empathy and understanding of other people, but we feel much more self-love towards ourselves too. So that really simple act of hands together, bringing it to heart center. And when I say heart center, I mean that area between the breasts there. Just bringing your hands there is so simple, but as you already know, for 2 big reasons, so powerful. So reason number 3 is bringing your hands to this position can physically connect with your heart for really powerful healing energy. So physically placing your hands over your heart center can create a powerful connection with your physical heart. And this is because this action can generate a sense of warmth and a sense of healing, as your hands can really channel energy directly to this really vital organ in our body. So the simple touch of your hands can act as a form of energy healing. So anyone that is into Reiki, like I am, will completely understand this concept. But even if you just look at it as the concept of touch, then you'll really know that touch is so important to promote physical and emotional well-being. So it's almost like giving a little hug to our heart. And this connection can be incredibly soothing, and it can really help you feel less stressed, even less anxious, and just help with that feeling of security and comfort. So hopefully by now, if your hands are free, you've just brought your hands into that position, because it really is so lovely for all of those reasons I've talked about so far. And I've got 2 more reasons to talk to you about. Number 4 is it releases strain and tension in the upper body. So if you do this movement where you bring your arms in a big circular motion, start with them on your lap, bring them all the way up above your head, bring your hands together, then bring your hands down through the front of your body and let them rest at your heart center. And you keep doing that with your breath. So you inhale as you bring the arms up, and then you can exhale as you bring the hands down to heart center. This can really help to release physical tension and a lot of strain in our upper body. And many of us carry stress in our shoulders and neck and upper back area, which can really lead to so much discomfort and pain. But this gentle movement really encourages mobility and relaxation in these areas and helps to relieve built up tension. And as you move your arms in this circular motion, you're also engaging a form of dynamic stretching, which can also be great for overall flexibility, also for your circulation as well. And don't forget that circulation is all connected to your physical heart too. And this physical release or this movement or this circular action of the arms, whatever you want to call it, can really contribute to just generally feeling more relaxed, more present, which is all going to help to boost our well-being. Okay, so reason number 5, why we are bringing our hands into that prayer position, into that heart position, into that heart center, is it helps to encourage feelings of gratitude. So the heart center is often associated, as we know, with feelings of appreciation, thankfulness, and gratitude. So when you bring your hands together at heart, it really can serve as such a physical reminder just to pause and reflect on the things that you're grateful for. So this simple gesture can really shift your mindset and really help to promote a positive outlook. And also, I think, can help to enhance our emotional resilience. And emotional resilience is so important in day-to-day life. And as we know, gratitude has been shown to have so many psychological and physiological benefits, and it can really help to improve our mood, reduce our stress levels, and just generally boost our happiness. When we're grateful, we're more happy, and studies have shown that. So just by incorporating this simple practice of bringing the hands together at heart center, smiling, and if you can, saying 3 to 5 things you're grateful for, can really help to cultivate this habit of gratitude and then have long-lasting effects on your day and also your mental health as well. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed those 5 reasons. Let's just chat a little bit more about this. So the gesture of bringing your hands to your heart center is, of course, not just a physical practice. It, of course, holds significant spiritual and religious meaning in many traditions. And I think it's really important just to acknowledge that and honor that, because I'm coming to it very much from a wellness and well-being and health point of view, and even an energetic point of view. But of course, it has so much significance from a spiritual and religious point of view. So we've just talked about already in this podcast about how in yoga, it's known as the Anjala Mudra. And this is really renowned as a gesture of reverence and also can be a gesture of greeting as well. In Christianity, of course, placing the hands together in prayer position is a really common practice, symbolizing humility and devotion. And I've been calling it prayer position, but of course, in Christianity, that is often the position that holding your hands in when you're praying. So in Buddhism, it's definitely used as a gesture of respect and acknowledgement. But it's really important to say that although many traditions and many religions use this hand position can be used universally, and it really is generally, I would say, recognized as a symbol of unity, peace, and respect. And I think that anything which brings all religions, all spirituality, all modalities together and helps everyone feel a sense of unity, peace, and respect is only a good thing. So let me just tell you a little bit about how you could just incorporate this practice. So just a few simple steps before we finish. I know it's quite a short podcast this week. So one thing I'd love you to do, and you can go and do this now if you're free to do this. If not, just listen along and do this when you get a moment. So what you do is you begin by coming to a comfortable position. So either sit cross-legged and really root yourself into the floor, or sit on a chair and ground your feet down onto the floor. So really spread your toes and ground your feet downwards. Or if you're standing, you can do the same thing. Try and ensure your spine is nice and straight and your body is relaxed. So similar to like what we did at the very beginning of this episode. Then just focus on your breath. So taking a few deep breaths and allow yourself to become present again in the moment. You still may be super present from that practice we did at the beginning, but maybe you just want to do that again. So let's just take a breath together again. Then, if your hands are free and it's safe to do so, bring your hands together. Bring them then at heart center and press your palms gently against each other and press the side of your thumbs gently against your heart center. So just between your breasts there. Then your next step is to set an intention. So you can just use this moment, if it's safe and okay for you to do so now, to set an intention for your day, for your week, maybe if you're about to start a meditation or yoga practice, for that. And it could be something like cultivating gratitude. Maybe your intention is you want to calm your mind. Maybe you want to simply connect more with your heart for self-love or love towards others. So just take a moment, if you can, with your hands at heart center, but if you can't, if you're driving or doing something, and I'm just going to give you just a few seconds of quiet now, just to set your intention. Okay, so staying with that intention as much as you can. If you want to bring your hands down, you can. Or if you want to hold the position now, you can just stay in it and take a few more breaths and really focus on the sensations and the energy flowing through your body. So this practice of bringing your hands to heart center is very simple, but very profound. And it's a really lovely gesture that can enhance overall wellness in so many ways. So it can, as we've talked about, activate the heart meridian. It can align your heart chakra. It can release physical tension. It can promote gratitude. And it has so many benefits which bring mind, body, soul, and spirit together. So just try to incorporate this gesture into your daily routine when you can. And I really think if you can do this now and again, whenever you need that sense of self-love, of inner peace and emotional resilience, it's really going to help to do that and also cultivate a deeper connection with yourself and others. And that's only going to bring a sense of peace, love, and well-being. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. I look forward to seeing you again next week. And don't forget, if you want to read my blog, just go to faceyogaexpert.com and you can read the blog on there. Thank you so much, everyone, and I will see you again next week. Bye-bye.
So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you'd like more information on face yoga or you'd like to become a face yoga teacher, just head to our website, faceyogaexpert.com, for more information. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you again next time.